As the battle between the Galactic Republic and Trade Federation reached its apex, Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn and his padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi entered into the hangar of the Theed Palace on Naboo, intent on capturing Viceroy Gunray, when they encountered the Zabrak Sith Maul. As they fought from the hangar to the generators, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are separated by the shields, and the Jedi Master fell at the blade of Maul as his aging defences finally folded. Although Obi-Wan managed to defeat Maul, Qui-Gon could not be saved, and his training to become a Force Spirit had been incomplete. Over a decade later, Jedi Grandmaster Yoda learnt of Qui-Gon's training as the deceased Jedi spoke to him in the Force and guided him through his trials, first going to Dagobah, then the Wellspring of Life, to seek the guidance of the Force priestesses. Yoda was able to complete his training, but he had not been enough for the Jedi, as Darth Sidious had deceived them all to become the Emperor of his new empire. The surviving members of the Jedi Purge convened to discuss their plans for the future, and there Obi-Wan learned of his master's path to immortality. Through his years of isolation on Tatooine, the Jedi Master spoke to Qui-Gon and trained to become a Force Spirit to help Luke Skywalker defeat the might of the Empire. But what if Qui-Gon had been able to complete his training before his death on Naboo? How could he help the Jedi through the battle with the dark side? As you're going to discover, Qui-Gon's ghost could have changed the outcome of the war. In the Galactic City on Coruscant, the planet along with many others broadcasted the continued celebrations on Naboo, but those of the Jedi Temple did not join in. Yoda and the other Jedi had been concerned about the return of the Sith, and the Grand Master also feared for the training of Anakin Skywalker. As he meditated, he heard a voice that he thought he would never hear again, and he addressed Master Qui-Gon Jinn. The corporeal form of the Jedi Master glided around the room, and Yoda looked astonished that Qui-Gon had transcended the living force to achieve immortality. Yoda asked Qui-Gon how they could defeat the Sith, but the Jedi Master spoke in riddles, only telling Yoda that Dooku's departure from the Jedi Order could return to hurt them. Immediately disappearing from the Grandmaster's sight, the Force Spirit drifted to Obi-Wan's new quarters, where the Jedi looked saddened at the loss of his master, and the task that laid ahead of him in training the Chosen One. Qui-Gon's presence led to Obi-Wan igniting his blade, fearing that this was some kind of Sith trick, but the recently dead Jedi Master assured him they had trained for such a moment. Qui-Gon did not want Obi-Wan to drown in his failure to save him, but focus on training Anakin, as he strongly believed that the boy would bring balance to the Force. As the Jedi Knight progressed his training of Anakin, Qui-Gon continued to guide his Padawan and attempted to track down Dooku, but without success. As Dooku continued to revolve his machinations of a clone war, Qui-Gon detected something wrong with the death of Jedi Master Sifo-Dyas. Appearing in front of the Jedi Council after they had meditated together, the Force Spirit alerted the Jedi to the disappearance, and they went to investigate as soon as possible. Yoda left the council chamber, then ventured to the home of the old Supreme Chancellor Valorum, and with the memory of the secret mission at the front of his mind, the former politician gave all of the details of the journey to deal with the Pike Syndicate. Dispatching himself and Jedi Master Plo Koon to find out why he had disappeared, the Jedi entered the system of Obadiah, where the ghost of Qui-Gon appeared to guide them to the moon. The Jedi battle through the vicious winds, and they find the remains of the Jedi Master T6 shuttle, then his lightsaber. Still devoid of answers, the Jedi fly to the base of the criminal Pike organisation and discover that Valorum's personal aide of Silman still survived, as the Pikes had kept him to protect from Dooku's potential betrayal. The Jedi interrogate the still sane human, and he revealed that the Pikes had been paid to kill him and Sifo-Dyas, also revealing that it had been the work of Dooku under the name of Tyrannus. The Jedi stare at each other in horror, as this meant the former Jedi was the Sith they needed to defeat, and they had to stop any other of his plans he could have weaved in the meantime. The Jedi continued their chase of Sifo-Dyas by heading to Felucia, where they had originally ordered him to go, and they discovered that the local tribes continued to believe that the Jedi had lived. Yoda revealed that they had been deceived, and Dooku was not the Jedi they believed him to be, so they seek vengeance for their planet. The Jedi is still missing the final element to the puzzle, and Qui-Gon uses previous knowledge of his master to inform them that Dooku had sided with Sifo-Dyas in his ambitious plan to create a Grand Army of the Republic, so they search through the history of the Jedi Master's communications with the other worlds. The resident Jedi investigator Terra Sanube is in charge of the search, and the Coliseum Master uses previous training of Sifo Dyas to determine they have been in contact with the Kaminoans quite frequently. The Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi joins Yoda and Plo Koon on their journey to solve the mystery of the Sith, unaware of what they would face on Kamino. That is it for part 1 of What If Qui-Gon Became a Force Ghost. If you'd like to see a part 2 soon, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.